Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Feels really good to be here connecting with you guys. I wanted to shoot a quick video on a blog I just read, and it's all about allowing the mind its freedom. And I've talked about this a lot. I actually just posted another video all about overcoming obsessive, fearful, and dark thoughts that I'll link right here for you to click on. But this is something I'm really passionate about because I've always had such a difficult mind to work with. In the sense that it's always been so noisy and filled with fearful and dark thoughts. So I really wanted to talk about this blog that I just read and the things that I really gained from it of value, and that I feel like if you're going through something similar that you might also find valuable. I'm going to start by reading a passage directly from the blog. The mind is made up of life energy, and hence it imbibes the nature of this energy, which is to be a free spirit. All minds want to be free, and there is an inherent hatred towards any form of bondage, imprisonment, or control. Once you, as the being, understand this aspect about your mind, you stop trying to put a leash on it. You understand your free nature, and you allow your mind to have its free nature. When you allow your mind to be free, you sense your own freedom. As long as you are trying to control the mind, you feel like a prisoner to yourself. It's not the mind that's suffocating you. You are suffocating the mind and indirectly suffocating yourself, all in a bid to control out of fear. And this just resonates so deeply with me. All throughout my 20s, I was constantly trying to control my mind, to try to suppress certain thoughts. I try to force myself to think positive, and I was just in such immense resistance to the natural makeup of my mind. And that's another thing I learned, is all of our minds have a natural makeup. And some of our minds are a little darker than others, some have a little more of a lighter tint, and no mind is better or worse than the other, and there's no genetic makeup or energetic makeup that's better or worse. It's just our resistance to how our mind naturally is what creates the psychological suffering. And I have dealt with immense amounts of psychological suffering for this very reason that has resulted in all kinds of panic attacks, anxiety attacks, crazy social phobias, all kinds of actually phobias throughout my whole life. Weird superstitious beliefs, and just basically being a prisoner to a fearful mind is what has been my experience in resisting my mind's natural movement. So I'm going to go ahead and read another passage for you that I really enjoyed. And it goes, "The mind, left on its own, always comes to a harmony, and its movement comes in sync with the wisdom inherent in your life stream. It just finds its own balance, its own stability, its own place, its creativity and personality. It also comes to accept itself. It understands its limitations, physical and mental, and stays in harmony with it. All that's required is that you let go of the mind for a while so that it can find harmony." So I just really love that passage, and it just resonates really deeply, because in my own life, when I become aware that I'm the most in the flow and have the most energy and am just the most open, free-spirited and authentic, what I have noticed is I'm never in a tangle, I'm never in a battle with my mind. In those times where I experience flow and ease and peace and joy, I'm just completely surrendered. And sometimes when fearful thoughts start coming back up, I have a tendency to cling back onto them, give them my belief, I give them my interest, and this, how this just grows those thoughts' power and makes them more noisy, and then I start telling my mind I don't want to think these thoughts, and then my mind is like, but I want to be free, and then of course it's going to react with hatred towards that, and it's just like prodding it, and it's not a fun experience on any level. And I even said in my video a couple days ago, like, oh, just to let the mind go is such a relief. Oh my gosh, you'll literally feel the suppressed energy behind all those thoughts that you were like cramming down, just come rushing out of you. And when we do that, when we allow those thoughts and the energy behind the thoughts to release, what we notice is life's supporting energy starts coming in, and that wisdom that this article is talking about, that wisdom that's inherent in the mind, starts taking a hold, and it really, you feel more guided, and you just feel more at peace. Like you just have this knowing that you're one with life and one with all of existence, and that there's no separation. But when we're fighting the mind, when I'm fighting my thoughts, when I'm trying to think other things, when I'm forcing things in my head, that's when I feel so separated and divided, and that's when life can get really hard, and when I can have a lot of psychological suffering, and my energy gets depleted, because it's exhausting to battle the mind all day, and you're never gonna win. You will never defeat your mind. The only thing you can do is just let go and surrender to its movement, and in this way you realize you're so much more than the mind, and that the mind is completely innocent. It's not like the mind's trying to fuck you over with its fearful, anxiety-prone, angry, irritable thoughts. It's just trying to come to a balance. And all you have to do is just allow it to come to its balance, which it will naturally do when you just let go of it and let it have its freedom. So I want to end by sharing this last passage that I really enjoyed. Unless you allow the mind its freedom to be what it is, it will keep shouting out its anger at your suppression of it. The reason your mind is so noisy is because you are constantly trying to suppress its natural movement. So I really love this blog. It was very timely for me in what I'm going through in my process, and my mind has been acting up like crazy lately. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely, like I said, leaving this in the comment section. So check it out. Check out this whole blog. It's been really, really helpful to me in coming to just a higher level of awareness about what's going on in my own mind and my own being. So it's calmdownmind.com. And I really just wanted to share that with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time. Namaste.